These are the results from this year's Erskineville Public School 2020-25 travel survey. So we found that with a 90% response rate, 72% of children walk, ride or scoot to school. That is extraordinary by today's standards. That doesn't happen in Australian schools, in inner cities or anywhere. That is extraordinary. And it's only because we have these quiet streets, thanks to you. And it's impossible to say how many lives and injuries have been saved through your efforts and those of the other people involved in the campaign. So on behalf of the school kids today, including my daughter there, Hannah, 8 years old, walking to school, and all the other children, I say thank you. So today, it's not the state government we have to deal with, it is Coronation Property. So they're the developers of the Ashmore estate. They want to build a new road linking MacDonald Street with Mitchell Road and Maddox Street. So Maddox Street is already a pretty bad rat run from West Connects. So what happens when we open roads and open rat runs? It's effectively like dangling a carrot in front of motorists and saying, please drive through our suburb. So, just to mention, this road isn't needed for property access. It serves no access or strategic transport function. It wouldn't be needed for emergency vehicles or anything like that, although emergency vehicle access could be arranged. All it will do is entice more people to drive through Erskineville. And what happens when you entice more people to drive through Erskineville? People don't feel comfortable walking, riding. Parents don't feel comfortable letting their children walk to school anymore. We push locals into their cars as well. We get even more traffic, it becomes more dangerous. It's a vicious circle which we've seen happen elsewhere. Now, neither the developer nor council, as far as I know, has done any traffic modelling or impact analysis of this new road. So I went and did some myself. So these are the results of my traffic modelling based on the Google Directions API, which is the same app that your navigation and in-car navigation systems use to find directions. So these are the routes that your navigation systems will tell you to take. Essentially, if a route is even 2 seconds quicker, the navigation app will tell you to take it. In some cases, these are 2-3 minutes quicker. Even during the night and off-peak times, these routes will be quicker. So despite all these existing modal filters, road closures in place, our streets are going to be inundated with traffic again. So particularly those ones I've highlighted there, so MacDonald, Prospect, Money, Union, and yeah, people will find their way around those modal filters as well. So what could that look like on the ground? Well, on the left there, that's MacDonald Street today. It's pretty quiet, lots of children walk along that street. We open the floodgates, it will be inundated with traffic. So yeah, we all know what that means. More road danger, more air pollution, and so forth. And this will be day and night. So we'll have noisy motorcycles, trucks, all sorts coming through with their loud engines. But in many ways, it's going to be worse today than it was in the 1980s, because the thing that's happened in the last 40 years is vehicles have got a lot bigger and heavier and more dangerous. So yeah, for every 10 centimetre increase in bonnet height, the risk of death to a child pretty much doubles. So children don't stand a chance against these things. When people drive through our neighbourhoods, who are non-locals, the research says they drive faster. Locals, on average, tend to slow down because it's their neighbourhood. People who just want to get from one side of the suburb to another don't care. And we saw the impact of these big vehicles in Russell Public School, a guy in a twin cab ute with a high bonnet, outside Russell Public School, crushed and killed a 5-year-old kindergarten girl right out this side of the school who was riding her scooter on the footpath. You probably didn't see her because she's lower than the bonnet. So we don't want this happening in Erskineville. So what are the alternatives? So on the left there is Coronation Properties proposal. They want to build this new road, and that will go between two retail centres, the Erskineville Village on the right, which exists today, where Woolworths Metro is, and some new shops and restaurants on the other side. So this road will create a barrier between them and sever them. So what if instead we decided not to build that road? Wouldn't it be great to have something like a public plaza that's where we could have outdoor cafes, dining, trees, maybe a fountain, a place for people and community, not for through traffic. So with that, I'll hand over to you, Andrew.
Thanks, Chris. So we've just handed out an online petition. It sends a letter automatically to council. You can scan the QR code on the form, and please tell your neighbours and friends. The people of Erskineville spoke clearly 40 years ago. We need to speak up just as clearly today. I'm calling on everyone here tonight and everyone in our broader community to share your concerns about this proposed new road. Make your voice heard with the City of Sydney, attend any community consultations, tell your neighbours, and join with friends of Erskineville in demanding that the design for these streets reflects our values and protects the gains we've won. We proved in 1985 that when this community stands together, we can shape our future. Let's prove it again. Friends of Erskineville will be organising future actions in the coming weeks. There might be letterboxing and things like that. Make sure you get on our list and stay in touch and watch for updates on how you can be part of this fight. It's our streets, our community, our future. Thank you all for being here tonight, and thank you for caring about Erskineville. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.